So I was watching Jeff's latest video, the free-to-play CS GO experience. I was going to make this video about 3 years ago because I really wanted to make people aware of what a new player has to experience and just the absolutely ridiculous amount of cheaters there are in the game. And how after going through that, nobody's going to want to play this game. And this inspired me to go do some Overwatches and get these dirty, dirty cheaters out of the game. So here I am, ready to take out those cheaters. And as a reward for all of those who watch my Overwatch series, I am going to be giving away this knife. That is correct. Brand new knife, classic knife, Slaughter, in field tested, looks super, super sick. Have you seen anyone else give away a brand new classic knife? I know I haven't, maybe I'm the first. Just comment your trade link below and I will pick one of you. And if you could also like the video, that would help me out massively. This knife is worth, what, for like $400, something like that. So whoever wins that, you lucky, lucky person. But we're getting a little bit distracted because the reason we're here is to take those dirty, dirty cheaters out of the game. In my last Overwatch video, I looked very, very pink in. So hopefully I've actually learned to color correct correctly this time and I'm not so pink. That would be cool. But we are on a Dust 2, which is probably like cheater central in terms of maps. And we have the suspect who has his AWP Phobos, and it is his own AWP Phobos, so I'm proud of him for having some skins. Let's see what. Ooh, I instantly take back that being proud of him because he's on 17 for 2, and if we toggle on the walls right here, it's incredibly obvious that he's cheating. Really, the way he just looked at lower there was super obvious, and you know, we've literally seen what, one round and we already know he's cheating his face off. Now on 19 for 2. I don't think he actually wants his account to survive, to be honest, because if anybody plays like this, as incredibly blatant as he is playing, I thought his mentality was just like, let's get banned, because he is like that blatant. But as he came out of long there, he pre-fired the corner as if he was trying to do some kind of Overwatch fake. So maybe he is cheating and also trying to hide it, and also absolutely terrible. This guy gets taken out a hurricane before the suspect gets a chance to get his hands on him, but one remaining CT at mid, going through the mid door, is probably going to get killed by his teammate, and no, he's not, the suspect. And now's your time to shine, dude. He's going to inspect his AWP and then he is going to no-scope him. I'm surprised that no-scope wasn't like a silent aim, kind of like headshot no-scope, you know? Hopefully he doesn't like turn it down and become less blatant now, and like all of his blatantness was right at the beginning. He keeps doing this pre-fire on long. I'm not quite sure why he keeps doing that, because he knows there's no one there and he's staring this guy through the wall on the side, and he gets killed. Okay. Maybe, is it like a cheater? I was going to say, is this a cheater versus cheater situation? Because we have seen a lot of them. We've seen one guy who just, like, goes hard, just like this. The suspect's 21 for 3. And then someone on the other team just gets so frustrated that they're like, okay, well, it's time for me to turn my cheats on as well. And then it just becomes a complete cheat fest. The suspect holding mid for an unnecessarily long time here. I'm not quite sure why he's literally just holding mid the entire time. All 3 remaining CTs are on the A site. Obviously he knows that because he's walling. I'm sure you can see them all the way through the map, or maybe he's got some kind of strange radar hack which shows him, but he is definitely wall hacking. He can't change my mind now by trying to play legit, because I saw that first round and I think that was still when he was in blatant mode. He keeps doing the inspect shoot, which is a new one. I haven't really seen that much, but he's down to a 1v1 situation. The bomb is down here in the long house, so he's going to pick that up, and he's probably just going to carry on going, yeah, confidently straight towards the long here, knowing that the guy is kind of out in the open looking across, and he misses, but he doesn't miss that one. I'm thinking maybe he didn't activate his aimbot there because all of the rest of his team were watching him. That's when people tend to dumb it down a little bit so they don't get reported by their own team as well as the enemy team. Here is that pre-fire at long, just absolutely nowhere near the corner as well. It's like a pretty wild pre-fire. But he's got the AWP Phobos, which is definitely his own skin, which I'm pretty sure he is about to lose. The way he kind of aims at people, you know, through the floor and through the wall before he's even seen them, it's a bit awkward. The fact that he's missing all of his shots How is he missing all of them? He's lining them up. Oh, that was a weird one, because I think his aimbot actually flicked for him there, because he was pre-aimed on this guy down there at cross, and then the moment he came out and tried to shoot, his program took over and tried to kill the guy on sight instead of the guy on cross. I'm pretty convinced that this guy is cheating. I think we've been put in at quite an unlucky moment, because I think we've been put in when he decides to basically turn it down a little bit. He was like, what, 19 for 2 when we came, and so he's only got 7 frags in this period of time that we have been watching him, and he got a hell of a lot more. Oh, Toucan burning in the molly, but he knows he's there. He knows he's there, and he's going to pretend. Yeah, that has finalized my decision. He is definitely cheating. He is definitely aimbotting. Sometimes I look back at my Overwatches and I think, how could I not have seen that? Because honestly, watching it in a smaller YouTube video actually makes it seem so much more obvious than it is when you're watching it on like a massive screen in-game. And I don't know why that is. For me, I honestly find it easier to see things when I'm just like watching a YouTube video and I'm like, yeah, that's super blatant, and it's a little bit harder in-game. I think maybe I give people too much of the benefit of the doubt. Is he really gonna do this? Is he really gonna like pretend he's just spamming one spot through the wall and then luckily get it? Oh, I thought he was maybe going to adjust his aim to like flick him a little bit, or wait for him to perfectly come, see if he can get the pick on the mid doors. I think people are a little bit scared to cross now, and I am not that surprised because he is definitely cheating. He's 27 for 3. I mean, I say that he's turned it down, but he hasn't turned it down that much. He's turned it down a little bit in terms of kind of like blatant cheating activity. He's still quite obvious that he's not like entirely blatant. He's doing a few, you know, he's like doing that nade, doing that volley, and then he's probably going to come out and aim a different place here. Maybe not. I gave him a little bit too much credit, but honestly, I have seen quite enough of this case. This guy is definitely cheating. He's definitely aimbotting. He's trying to like fake at some. Why is he trying to fake? Because it's too late for him, really. It's too late for him trying to fake. So we're just gonna skip through this whole thing, and we are going to give him a big fat evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. Evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. And yeah, that's it for the case number 1. What? This is a cobblestone case? Moving on to case number 2. It's a cobblestone case. Oh, I was going to say, this map is not even in rotation. So how have I got a cobblestone case? But then, obviously it's Wingman. And, obviously, this guy's cheating his face off as well. I wonder how many Overwatch cases are actually just people blatantly cheating. It's probably like 99.9%, I'd imagine. And there's like that 0.1% who's been falsely reported. One of them, this guy, definitely not falsely reported. Definitely cheating his face off. So I think we are going to go ahead and skip this one as well, because it's not that interesting. We already know the result right here. And do we want to watch this all game? Probably not. I've had enough crickets. I've had enough crickets for now. So let's skip through it and report this guy for blatantly cheating as well. Wait, as I skip through it, I think the other guy was blatantly cheating. I think I missed that because the scores were like identical. I think it was a hack v hack, but it wouldn't have been that interesting to watch anyway, really, because literally he was just staring at the floor the entire time. And reported! Hopefully we got that guy out the game as well. Let's try and get one final case in, because I want something more interesting than just a blatant cheater.
Very good shot.
You get medi shots now in deathmatch? What? When was that update? I'm just playing deathmatch, chilling, because I'm waiting for a new case. Here I am with a medi shot. That's weird. Someone in the comments let me know what the deal with the medi shot is and how long that has been in deathmatch. Because that's a new one to me. And this is not the knife that you can be winning, because the minimal wear one, the field tested one, looks very similar. Actually, the field tested one might look a little bit cooler, because you see the kind of pattern on the plastic knife pattern, the wavy bit near the blade side. That's like a lot more obvious on the field tested. Let's see if we've got a new case already. Yes, it appears we do. Third and final case on Overpass. We are in round 3. The suspect here 1 for 2, so 0.5 KD. Not the best KD I've ever seen, but these hops do not look legit. Those hops didn't look legit. They look like some holding down spacebar shit. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out. I'm just giving the suspect a little bit of time here to make some kind of moves, but instead he is not. He's very unsure about what he wants to do. And there's his first kill. Nothing too blatant. Doesn't look like he has any aim assist on that spray or any kind of no recoil or silent aim or anything, but now he's looking at the floor spinning around though, so that changes things, doesn't it? Wow, okay. He's got to be cheating, right? Because I'm mesmerized. And literally, I feel like I'm being hypnotized right now. I'm like, maybe this is part of the new cheats. They're like, don't report me. I will hypnotize you to think I am legit. But no, there's absolutely no way that this guy is legit. Well, that's a shame, because we got 3 cases, and all 3 of our cases were basically blatant cheaters. The first guy, who I said was a blatant cheater, was actually probably the least blatant out of all of these guys. And once again, don't know how much more of this I can really watch, and how much more you guys want to really watch, because it's just, you know, it makes you feel a bit motion sick, I think. All you get to see is just spinning floor and the occasional kill feed. He doesn't get to see this on his screen. What he gets to see is like perfectly normal aim, which is weird that hacks can do that. You know, the fact that you have to watch and see this from a kind of third person perspective, yet on his screen it's not going to look like this at all. Third and final case. I think we're just going to have to skip through it, otherwise I'm going to get way too motion sick. Let's get this cheater out of the game. Last time I was a little bit too quick on my decisions, because it was that wingman case, and it definitely looked like a hack versus hack, and I didn't really realize right until I'd skipped towards the very end of it. But this doesn't look like a hack versus hack whatsoever. It just looks like the suspect absolutely dominating, and nobody on CT being able to retaliate really, because they all seem like they're legit. And I know the struggles the last few games actually of matchmaking that I played myself have been like pretty blatant cheaters, and obviously I play with my friends so nobody cheats, and we can't really retaliate whatsoever. We just got to sit there and take it, or someone abandons and then we can finally surrender. It's very depressing being up against a cheater like that, so hopefully we get him out of the game. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Remember, you can win this classic knife slaughter in field test to give a little inspect. See, this is what I was talking about right here. The edge of it is a lot more obvious, and actually a lot cooler than the minimal wear version right there. If you want to enter, just put your trade link down below. A like isn't necessary because I'm not actually allowed to tell you by YouTube to like the video in order to take part. However, I am able to suggest you liking the video, so if you could do that, that would be amazing. Thank you everyone so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy. Awkward sign off time. Peace.